Emily Cooper thought she finally had life figured out. After years of awkward mistakes, romantic chaos, and cultural confusion, Season 5 opens with Emily doing something she's never really done before, choosing herself. Paris is still her home, but this time she's stepping into a brand new chapter in Rome, trading croissants for cannoli and cafe meetings for cobblestone streets, bathed in Italian sun. But if there's one thing we've learned about Emily Cooper, it's this. When she thinks she's found balance, the universe gets busy shaking things up. Season 5 begins immediately after the Season 4 finale. Emily, played by Lily Collins, is sent to Rome to help launch Agence Grotto's Italian office. It's a huge professional opportunity, her biggest yet, and for once, Emily doesn't feel like the outsider. Rome welcomes her warmth, creativity, and ambition in ways Paris never quite did at first. And then there's Marcello. Marcello Muratori, heir to a luxury wool dynasty, isn't just another charming European love interest. He represents something different: calm, stability, and a life that isn't built on constant hustle. With him, Emily isn't trying to prove herself. She's simply happy. For the first time in the series, Emily isn't chasing love, it's meeting her where she is. Emily's first big win in Rome comes from a marketing campaign for Marcello's family business. It's bold, viral, and wildly successful, but success comes with consequences. The campaign floods Marcello's quiet hometown of Solitano with tourists. While Marcello sees opportunity, his mother sees destruction. The family business fractures, and Emily slowly realizes something unsettling. She and Marcello are no longer partners, they're competitors. Marcello begins using the campaign's success as leverage to move his business towards JVMA without fully telling Emily. To her, it feels like betrayal, not just professionally, but emotionally. And just like that, the Italian fairy tale ends. Emily leaves Rome without saying goodbye. Emily returns to Paris single, heartbroken, and questioning everything. Agence Grotto is unstable. Sylvie is under pressure. The company's future hangs by a thread. Emily throws herself into work, trying to ground herself in familiarity. Meanwhile, Gabriel quietly makes his own decision. After realizing he doesn't want to interfere with Emily's happiness, Gabriel resigns from his restaurant and accepts a job as a billionaire's private chef aboard a luxury yacht. It's a clean break, or at least he hopes it is. Their goodbye is mature, bittersweet, and painfully unresolved. Just when Emily thinks she's moved on, fate intervenes. Marcello reappears in Paris. Their confrontation happens publicly, emotionally, and honestly. He reveals the truth. He left his family company not to compete, but to build something of his own. He's working with Nicholas to launch an independent fashion house. Slowly, walls come down. Emily and Marcello reconnect. Double dates with Mindy and Nicholas help smooth the past. For a moment, it feels like they've found a healthier rhythm, one built on communication instead of ambition. But pressure returns. Marcello's fashion launch spirals into chaos, forcing him to become lead designer. Emily pushes him to embrace his talent, but her encouragement becomes expectation. The strain grows quietly until it breaks again. In Venice, Marcello's debut fashion show is a success. His mother arrives, praises his work, drops her lawsuit, and invites him back into the family business. Everything aligns, except Emily's heart. Emily discovers an engagement ring in Marcello's bag and believes he's about to propose. She prepares herself to say yes, imagining a future where love and work coexist in Paris. But Marcello reveals he wants to return to Rome with Emily. And in that moment, Emily understands the truth she's been avoiding. She loves Marcello, but she doesn't want to leave Paris. They break up for the second and final time. The twist? The ring wasn't for Emily at all. Marcello hands it to Nicholas, who proposes to Mindy. Mindy says yes. Emily is stunned. Alfie is devastated, and suddenly old emotions resurface where no one expected them. Gabriel contacts Emily one final time, asking her to meet him at a train station to return the knives he left behind. They share lunch, talk openly, and reflect on how much they've grown. There's no drama, no promises, just two people who still matter deeply to each other. Gabriel boards the train, leaving Emily behind, almost as if he's leaving her life for good. But destiny isn't done. Gabriel learns he has a week off in Greece. At the same time, Sylvie texts him, Emily is back in Paris, and she's single. Keeping his promise to send her a postcard, Gabriel does something braver. He invites her to join him. The season ends with Gabriel standing on the deck of a yacht, gazing at the ocean, smiling, hopeful for the first time in years. Season 5 isn't just about romance, it's about growth. Emily learns that love doesn't mean losing yourself. Gabriel learns patience. Marcello learns independence. Mindy steps into a new chapter, and Agent Scritto faces its most uncertain future yet, with Princess Jane stepping in to save the company. For the first time, Emily and Gabriel aren't chasing each other from places of insecurity. They're meeting as equals, older, wiser, and finally ready. Season 5 breathes new life into Emily in Paris, transforming it from escapist fantasy into a story about identity, choice, and emotional maturity. Paris or Rome, love or ambition, stability or risk. Emily Cooper now understands that growing up doesn't mean settling, it means choosing what truly feels like home. And as the screen fades to black, one question lingers. Will Emily go to Greece and finally choose Gabriel? Only Season 6 will tell. The ending of Emily in Paris Season 5 is deliberately quiet, open-ended, and emotionally mature, and that's exactly why it works. Unlike previous seasons, the finale doesn't rely on dramatic declarations, cliffhanger kisses, or shocking betrayals. Instead, it gives us something far more meaningful: clarity through growth. Let's break down what really happens and what it means. On the surface, Emily and Marcello break up because of geography, Paris versus Rome. But emotionally, their breakup is about direction. Marcello represents a life of balance, tradition, and rootedness. His journey throughout the season is about reclaiming his family identity while still carving out independence. In the end, he wants to return to Italy and rebuild from there, with Emily by his side. Emily, however, has changed. Paris is no longer just a workplace for her. It's where she's grown, failed, rebuilt, and finally become confident in herself. Leaving Paris would mean abandoning the version of Emily she fought so hard to become. When Emily realizes this, she chooses honesty over comfort. She doesn't stay because it's easy, and she doesn't leave because she's afraid. She leaves because love shouldn't require self-erasure. Their breakup is painful, but it's healthy, and that's why it sticks. The engagement ring is one of the most misunderstood moments of the finale. Emily assumes the ring means commitment, a future, stability, permanence. But the reveal that the ring is actually for Mindy, not Emily, reframes the moment entirely. It highlights how Emily has spent much of her life projecting meaning onto situations, instead of asking hard questions. Mindy's engagement symbolizes forward momentum. People around Emily are moving into new chapters, even as she's still redefining her own path. It's not meant to humiliate Emily, it's meant to wake her up. The train station scene between Emily and Gabriel is one of the most emotionally restrained scenes in the entire series. There's no dramatic confession because there doesn't need to be. Both characters have grown enough to understand that love doesn't require chaos to feel real. Their conversation is calm, reflective, and honest, proof that time apart has healed them rather than pushed them away. When Gabriel boards the train, it feels final. Not because they're over, but because they're no longer stuck. This is the first time their separation isn't rooted in fear or misunderstanding.